Hi guys, it's Dawn Marie with Custom Comfy Crochet, and today I'm here with some big news. I just wanted to let you know I'm going to be doing things a little bit differently now. I normally upload my videos onto Facebook first, on Facebook Live, and then I download them onto YouTube, and it's just a great big process. Also, my Facebook views on Facebook Live have gone down, and my YouTube views have gone up a little bit. So what I'm going to do is just download the videos onto YouTube first and then share them onto Facebook. It's just going to be easier that way. I'm still loyal to my Facebook fans, and everyone will still be able to get the content. It's just going to be much easier than the downloading and the process that happens with Facebook. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. Also, I had promised to come back with a puppy dog border video, and I still plan to do that. That'll be my next video. But I had to come on because I have been personally, because I have my own little projects going on constantly as well, been working on some color pulling. It's something that I tried back in 2016, and I wasn't very happy with it, and I had a lot of stuff going on, so I just went on and just kind of let it go. And here recently I have gotten back into it again, and I was just astounded at so many different videos that there were for color pulling, like in so many different ways. And it was, oh my gosh, like guys, I have been crocheting since I was 12 years old, and I'm almost 40. So you do the math. I will literally be 40 next month. So yeah, I've been crocheting for a long time, and let me tell you, this was confusing for me. Like it took me a minute. So I thought, you know what? I've got to do a video, and I'm sure everyone thinks that, oh, I'm going to do a video and make it easier, but I'm going to try so hard to do that today. I want to bust all those barriers. I know some people had the same thing with C2C, corner to corner crochet, and that turned out to be really easy once you get the hang of it. And I think this will be too, and it makes beautiful patterns, and it is so cool to go in and pick out some yarn and be like, oh, that'll work, that's going to make some beautiful patterns. They make beautiful scarves, they make beautiful blankets. You can do all sorts of things with these once you get the hang of it, and I'm going to show you how to do it very easily. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to show you is what yarn I'm using, what hook I'm using, all those things. Okay, so I am using a 5mm hook. You can use any hook you want for this, it does not matter. Just whatever you're comfortable with. Tension does play a small role in this, and I hated to even, oh there goes Batty Man, I hated to even bring it up, but yes, tension does matter to some degree. I'm not gonna lie, I wanted to not put that in the video, but it does matter. So we're going to talk about that briefly. But 5mm hook, or whatever you're comfortable with, a pair of scissors, and you will need a darning needle just for the very end, but you don't need it, you know, while we're doing anything. I will show that to you quickly in case you've never seen my videos or don't know what a darning needle looks like, or they may call it a crochet needle, but that's what it looks like right there. Okay, so and yeah, that's a 5mm or a size H. Okay, so this is the thing, guys, and I am going to try to make this as easy as I possibly can. This is a Red Heart Super Saver, and I am so sorry I took the thing off that goes around it. I do this all the time. I promise myself I'm going to keep them, and I never do. But yeah, I just know it's Red Heart. And this is the thing, okay? You can use any kind of variegated yarn you want. But if you do want to get patterns like this that are more distinct, you are going to need something with a little bit of room in them. You know, I think they say like 12 inches. I don't know about that, but you know, this looks about right. And they can have all kinds of different colors in them, whatever you want to do. It will work. So I'm going to show you how to do that here in just a minute, but I also wanted to show you this. I thought this turned out really cool, and it was with the shorter, because if you've already watched a bunch of videos on color pulling, they say, oh no, you can't use this kind, or you can't use that kind. You can't use them if they're too short. And yes, you are going to get a different kind of pattern, but as you can see, this is very short. The excuse me, the color change is short. But I still thought this was I just tried it because I wanted to see, and I thought it turned out really cool. You can still see some patterns with the dark blue and this lime green poking out. So you could definitely do it, and you would still follow the same method, even with the smaller pieces. But if you really want the kind of, you know, color changing like this, then you do want to use the longer ones, okay? So let's just go ahead and get into it. Hopefully I can get all this yarn out of the way. Oh, by the way, that green and pretty blue yarn was Karen's Simply Soft Paints. And, oh goodness, the color can never find, oh, Peacock Feather is the color of that, okay? And I'm sorry I couldn't, but this was at Walmart, so if you look for it, I'm sure that you could find this color sequence there. I'm just trying to find the end. I had it set up here, but of course it's not here anymore. Goodness gracious me. There it is. Okay, so this is what we're trying to get right here, and I'm going to move the cat again because he will probably try to come after after my yarn when I'm trying it. Okay, so let me just make sure that I have the right end. Okay. One thing I did notice while doing this is that you need to start with the beginning of the skein. So if you pull out a color and that's the color it starts with, you need to start with that. Maybe that's different for someone else, but I switched it up and cut off some yarn and tried different ones, and it didn't work out appropriately for me. Now that's just me. So I don't know if someone knows something different, then that's fine. But so my skein started with pink, and so that's what I'm gonna do. But let's just real quick, let's look at our color sequence here, okay? So we've got pink, we've got a sandy color, then we've got a green color, then we've got a light pink, and then we're back to pink again, okay? And that is our color sequence for this, okay? And then it starts over again. So that's why they call it pulling, because you're gonna pull out your yarn and you're gonna find out where your color sequence begins and ends, okay? So I found what mine is, and you'll need to do that when you do yours, okay? We're gonna move this out of the way because this is our goal. So I'm gonna put it right beside us, okay? And I found my color sequence. So the way that you start color pulling is you don't actually start at the beginning of this yarn. You're gonna start up here, okay? So I wanna try, and some people say it doesn't matter, this matters, okay? You wanna start right where that color change is happening, okay? Right there. That's where I want to start. So I've got this long tail here, okay? And I want you to just try, instead of thinking about the what all this means and why we're doing this, I want you to just try to do it, and then you can worry about what all matters later. I'm still going to talk to you about it, but just try to do it first, okay? Watch the video, try it a couple times. It may take a couple times. Don't give up. I didn't give up, and I figured it out, and so can you, okay? So a lot of people will count. They will say that you need 3, that you need 4, that you need so many stitches. That does not work. It will work if you're using color pulling yarn. It's specific for color pulling. But if you're using yarn like this, a lot of times it has different links to it. And so one might be bigger than another, so that's not going to work for this. But if you use yarn that is specific for color yarning, then counting will work, and that may be better for you, okay? So what we're going to do now is we're going to chain our way through our color sequence, okay? So I'm just going to chain. And we're just going, so we've got our brown. We're coming to the end of the brown, and now we're going into the green. Okay, we're coming out of the green. Now we're going into the light pink, which probably looks white to you on camera. And now we're coming into the dark pink, what I just call pink. Oh goodness, this cat, guys. Okay, so right there, we have worked all through our color pattern and got back to our pink, okay? Which is what we started with down here, okay? So, oh my goodness, this cat is crazy. I'm so sorry, guys. He is wanting attention. Okay, now I'm going to do one more because we still have this color down here, okay? So we want it on our end. So I'm just going to do one more. And then we're going to work the moss stitch. And if you don't know what the moss stitch is, I'm going to show you how to do it. So we're going to put a single crochet in the fourth chain from the hook. So 1, remember we don't count what's on our hook, but we count this one. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then you're going to put a single crochet. And what I like to do so that there's no, if we go into the top, it's going to leave a place. I personally like to go in through the bottom because then it won't leave a little hole. But for the sake of this video, because it'll just move quicker, I will just go into the top. But if you want to make sure that there's no holes, I normally would go through the bottom here. And that's a little bit harder to do on camera than it is when I'm just crocheting. But you see, I would go through both of those loops right there, okay? But for the sake of the video, I'll just go through the top because it'll work quicker. So I put a single crochet, I chain 1, I skip 1, go into my next chain, do another single crochet, and chain 1, okay? Now you see that leaves little places there. I don't particularly care for that, so that's why I go through the bottom. But you can do however you want. Okay? So let's keep moving on. And so then we're going to skip 1 again and go into the next. Single crochet, chain 1, skip the next, go into the next. Single crochet, chain 1, skip the next, go into the next, single crochet, chain 1. And we're just going to keep repeating that all the way down. So if you want to fast forward now, you can, because I'm going to work through this with you guys. Okay, and you're going to work back through your color sequence. When you do this, because the moss stitch takes up so much more than what you need to go through the different colors, you will have some left over. And I'll tell you about that in just a minute. Okay, so we're still moss stitching, and now we've made it to our pink. So we're skipping 1, going into the next. Okay. And so right there, we just finished our color sequence, okay? So as you can tell, it's backwards now. We did brown, green, light pink, pink. Now on the top, we have brown, green, light pink, pink, okay? So that'll tell you if you did it correctly, all right? Now, we've got this done, so I want to show you something real quick. This is what you don't want. This is when your colors start stacking right on top of each other, okay? This means that your colors are not pulling in like they're supposed to, okay? This is what you want it to look like. You want your, I'm so sorry. You want your colors to be going up like this, okay? So what you want to do, and this is the most important thing you need to do for color pulling, and it is the one thing that I was like, I really don't see the need in this, and I didn't do it, and that's why you saw that swatch there with the color stacking, okay? So what you're going to do, you've worked through this, and now you're going to undo one, okay? This will cause your colors to shift. So I undid my single crochet and my chain one. Now I'm back to just this single crochet, chain one, okay? So all I need to do now is chain one more and turn my work, okay? Now what I'm going to be doing is working the moss stitch in my chain one spaces, okay? So there's this single crochet from before, and there's my chain one space. So I'm going to go right into that chain one space. I'm going to put a single crochet and a chain one. Then I'm going to find my next chain one space right here. I'm going to go into there and do a single crochet, chain one. And again, I'm going to find my space. I'm going to go in there and I'm going to single crochet, chain one. And now you do not have to pay attention to everything you're doing. You can just simply start crocheting back and forth with your moss stitch into your chain one spaces, okay? So we're going to work this down. And the thing about your tension is that you want to try to keep the same tension so that your colors don't start stacking or changing in the wrong manner. Because if you make your stitch too tight or too loose, it can change where the color is, obviously, because you could have more or less stitches at that point when you change your tension, okay? So you're not going to really know, unless you've been doing this for a long time, whether your color pulling is working until a couple rows in. And you won't even be able to see the pattern until, some people say 10 rows, but I would even say 12 or 13 before you start actually seeing a pattern. Okay, so I'm just working all the way down here. Okay, then when you get to the end, you're going to see that you have this last single crochet there, and then you have the turn here. So you want to go right into the top of this turn and work a single crochet and then chain two and then turn your work again, okay? And that's what it looks like so far. So let's see what happens into our third row, if we can see some changes taking place. And my yarn is everywhere from pulling it out. Okay, so let's see what happens. So I'm going to go into my next place, do a single crochet, chain one, and I'm trying to keep my tension just kind of, I'm working kind of loosely, but trying to keep it the same. And like I said, it'll be a few rows before we can tell if the color pulling is working. So let's just see what we get here. We're just going around doing our same thing, our single crochet, chain one, our moss stitch into our chain one space. Okay. And I'm sorry guys, my yarn is getting a little tangly here. Let's hope for the best. I've pulled so much out doing different swatches and stuff. Okay, so just going down. Just want to show you guys what this looks like here. And again, I've come to the end, and this is something that a lot of people I noticed didn't really address in other videos, so I wanted to make sure that you knew where to put your last one. So it's going to be in the top of this chain 2 that we did from before. I'm going to put my single crochet, and then I'm going to chain 2 again and turn. So that's just what you do for every row. And we're just going to keep going and see if we can see. And again, I just want to show you, after you chain 2, and this is again the same for each row, you're going to skip this first one right here and go into your chain 1 space, do a single crochet, chain 1. Okay, just wanted to show you that up close. Okay, and it looks like we're doing good so far. We're going to do another row or so. And okay, so you see the white is starting here now. So that's what we want, I think. We want our white to shift a little bit. And as you can tell, when you put that down, it looks like it's gone over just a little bit. Okay, so that's what you're looking for. You don't want the colors to just be, you know, right on top of each other. You want them to be shifting. So, sorry, my kid's like laughing in the background. Okay. And as you can see, that pink started to go over into the brown a little bit. So now over this, we've got the brown. So that's, you know, we're looking pretty good, I think. And as you practice this and you do it more, you're going to start to know what you're looking for. And that's why I ask you to just watch the video and just give it some tries. It does turn out beautifully once you start getting a pattern going in there. So let's chain 2 and turn our work. And yep, this looking pretty good here. And see, as you can tell, you can't really tell it's much of anything. I will say that when you use darker colors, it's harder to find this chain 1 space. So in the beginning, you may want to use some lighter colors. And I think chaining loosely and just making yourself chain loosely as you go is going to probably be the best thing, unless you are just a naturally tight crocheter and that comes naturally to you, then by all means do that. But I think just relaxing kind of does the trick. Okay. So as you can see, it's definitely, my colors are definitely going in and changing. Here comes the cat again. He is determined. Sorry, guys. Okay, and as you can see here, we're already starting to change into the green as we're going back, and that's what we want. We want our colors to constantly be changing, and that's how you're going to know if you've got this right or not. Okay, so again, I think we'll just do, let's see, not sure yet. I just really wanted to show you guys a little bit of what it should look like as you're going along. Okay, so I think this is color pulling nicely, or rather I think the colors are changing the way that they should. So that is what it will look like. And like I said in the beginning, it's not going to look like much of anything, but we can compare this to our other one to see. But as you can see, you're going to start to see the colors going in like this. Okay, so for instance, let me make sure I've got the beginning. Yeah, so I did the same exact thing with this. And as you can tell, it just starts to go like this, and it's doing the same thing here. Okay, so if you do it correctly, that's what it'll do. But if you just when you're doing this, if you find your color sequence, you do exactly the way that I told you in the beginning. You go down with your moss stitch after you do your chains, and if you take that one out and then turn your work, that's what's going to make the big difference. That's what's going to give you your pretty colors that you want. So I hope this was helpful for you for color pulling. Like I said, I do have a little puppy dog video that border video that I am going to do, and I was going to do that today, but I just couldn't help it. I had to do a video on this, so I hope nobody's upset with me, but I promise that one's coming soon. And it'll be a quick little video on how to do a great border. Now, when you get done with any project you're doing with this, all you want to do is undo this little end that we didn't use. Let me just pull my swatch back out. Because remember, when we worked through our color change, it didn't go all the way through. So you just undo this. You know, it just may take a few minutes. You just undo it. You know, just like you're untying knots. And I'm not going to do that on video because it would take too long. But you just undo it and then sew it in. So, you know, no big deal. Just make sure that you find a similar color when you're sewing this in. So you're going to want to work it back into the dark so it doesn't mess up your color change. So that's all you do. And if you want to make this bigger, the way to make this bigger, like to make a an afghan or anything like that, is you will go through your color change so many times. So for this one, I only went through it once. You could go through it twice, go through it 3 times, go through it 4 times. Just go through that color change just like we did this, but do it that many times, okay? And then you'll know how, when you come back, where to end. So like I said, I hope this was helpful. I hope you try it even with this wonderful little, when you use the little ones. I think that turned out so neat. I actually am going to finish this and try to make a scarf out of it for the winter coming up and for some giveaways that are coming up. So, and this as well. So I hope that I was able to help. And if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask. I would love to help you in any way that I can. Just remember, if you start seeing this stacking, just undo it and start over. Okay, no big deal. Don't give up. Just keep going till you get it. And if you are on YouTube, please like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell. It helps so much, and I appreciate my viewers. Also, if you're on Facebook, I have not forgotten about you, and this video will soon still be on Facebook. And if you are just on Facebook and you watch me there, please like, please share. Again, it helps so much on Facebook as well. So thank you for watching, guys. Happy crocheting. See you soon with the puppy dog border. Bye-bye.